sides. When we implemented the program in Sri Lanka, the government provided very high-fi machines, but the lack was capacity building. They didn't know how to use it. Each center was a commercial center running a education college for computers, but they don't know how the communities could be empowered through ICTs. But the other way around in Nepal, the machines are not compatible. In India also the machines are not compatible to the softwares which we are talking about. Mr. Shukla was giving an example in the morning for designing and everything, but the machine at which a woman is working, that has to have a compatibility to work on that. That was a big challenge which came forward. We still have a culture in a family that money is spent on boys' education, not on girls' education when we go to the rural areas. So all these issues which are directly related to women's empowerment have to be taken care of when we are talking about women enterprise. And I would request everyone to come up with your own ideas. If they have solutions, if they have experiences in their own program implementation areas or the students who are studying, they should please highlight so that we can, I would request ResponseNet to draw the recommendations from the group after discussions, and then we can place these recommendations at any other advocacy workshop or seminar.
I am working with the community in Badarpur region. I am working with the adults and girls there. And in terms of just training, I have seen that whenever there is a use of a technology, the trainers who are training the girls, any group, they are not properly trained themselves to impart proper skills to the group. Yeah. So there is a lack of proper training of the trainers itself.
Many organizations are doing capacity building, and Government of India has, get a huge lot of money on capacity building, and this should be effectively utilized. Many donors, the bilateral organizations or international organizations are pouring money on capacity building, and NGOs are doing that. I think there is a need to raise a voice on a particular curriculum of the training.
I would like to comment on that because on that Smile Foundation project, Twin E-Learning, in fact, ResponseNet is also one of the partners where we implemented in Manipur, in Northeast. In this, you're right. You said it rightly, because for the people who are not aware of what English is, we can't have this curriculum for them. But this program is designed not for them. It's designed for those people who are 10 dropouts and 12 dropouts. So in the concept which you have implemented, it's written clearly that it has to be the minimum qualification they need to have is 12 pass. So that being the reason, to have developed this curriculum accordingly.
We are basically using it for our curriculum purpose only, like filling of attendance is done through computers, and our even report cards are generated through the help of computers. And this is how we make computer handy. We have a separate IT lab, and we have presentations for the children regarding different subjects and topics accordingly. This is how we are using computer right now.
Teacher in Sadhu Vaswani International School. The teachers are once a year or once in 6 months trained in computers. The teachers who are not literate in computers are given certificate training by NIIT, and the NIIT teachers from the NIIT institutes come to the school once a week, and on Saturdays the teachers of the school get training. The whole system in the school, from attendance to report cards to email to talking to the principal, taking a meeting, the parents can themselves go, and it's been replicated in DPS, Sadhu Vaswani, Alcon International, and so many more schools.
In South, there is one more example. In Andhra, there is this organization called ADAGE. It has digitalized the SAG member secretary is taught and is proficient in computers. So she goes and she would maintain the records for the entire village. She'll also maintain the village level records, which are like normally with the panchayat level, which are in paper. So it's all digitalized, but it's a model which is like very elitist. You cannot replicate. It's something that you have reached because you have an organizational resource. You can do it with 5 villages maybe. But how can an organization or a community on its own start of thinking that I can be of that level? That's my question.
So that is again a major challenge, that financial resources and the institutional support which I have highlighted here are the major challenges which one has to take cognizance of. That's why I highlighted that there is a need for community participation, community involvement is must, because there are success stories in Nepal which I am sharing with you, because after 3 years of the support of Read Global, the now Read Nepal libraries are becoming self-sustained. Now they are digitizing the whole process on their own.
We have one federation and around 700 women and 45 SSG. So all activities, data entry, printout, income generation activity, records, auditings are doing by Siddhi women and all doing with computer. And it's very simple and it's a satisfactory work.